to get rid of a lot of that today. We want to run with the balls. Oh, close. Well done. It's all right, we've got loads of balls to kick out today. They've been very generous to me this afternoon. Okay then, I think all we're waiting for now, we're ready. Are you ready for the Bradford Bulls now? Please welcome Wigan.
Well, welcome to Oxford Stadium for this crunch game. Bradford Bulls against Wigan. The kick-off delayed here by at least 5 minutes to allow what you can see is a massive crowd. For Wigan, it's Craig Murdoch, Matt Knowles, Steve Barrow and Sean Long. So it's Andy Farrell about to get this game underway. Not too strong a wind, but nevertheless enough to dislodge the ball. But it's a lovely sunny evening for spectators. It really is the sort of weather, I think, when they thought about the Super League, that they wanted, the sort of occasion that they wanted. And Bradford and all the work that they've done behind the scenes have certainly set it. So off we go for a real crunch game then here between these two teams. Bradford in third position in the league, but Wigan with the chance, of course, to open up a gap of 3 points on St Helens, who are behind them in second place. And there's one of the players who, of course, is going to have a big game tonight, he hopes, against his brother, and that's Robbie Paul of Bradford. Lowe's. A little run from Lowe's, looking for the support. Robbie Paul flicks it out. Kick forward, drifting slightly on the wing, which there is here. Well taken by Radlinski, with the sun in his eyes, don't forget there. So that was a good bit of play by Chris Radlinski. Now here's Jason Robinson. Ellison gets an early touch of the ball. Martin Hall. Cassidy flipping it out, and that's a mistake from Wigan. Graham West will not be happy with that. He wasn't pleased last week against Castleford with a number of handling errors. Now here's Lachlan for Bradford. Sean Edwards quickly in the tackle on scales, a real wrestling match, and the two Bradford colleagues come to the assistance of Sean Edwards, who seems less than a happy camper. Toss an important one to win, because that sun will dip down as Bradford attack again in the second period, and this stadium set in a bowl. Here's Lowe's. The ball out of the grasp of Lowe's in the tackle. Nothing wrong with that, says the referee. So the chance perhaps for Wigan to run it. Here's Tuigamala. 4 it needs to bring him down. A little bit of work going on perhaps on his ear by Graham Bradley. Just going back to the point, of course, this Oxford Stadium set in a bowl. It's set in a glacial valley, and so as the sun goes down, whereas the spectators at the top will be able to see it still, it might just provide some help for the team who had been looking into it in the first half, will not necessarily be looking into it in the second. So here's the ball flipped out wide. Edwards, the kick through. Already the shadow, as you can see, beginning to come across the stadium. Wigan very quickly up with Linsky with the chase. But a cracking good start to this game for this big crowd inside the stadium. Lowe's flipping it away over on the far side. McDermott, it wasn't McDermott in fact who was tackled, it was Bernard Dwyer. Well, clearly the tackling hard and determined, and the referee, who by the way is Russell Smith, will just have to keep an eye on it to make sure things remain within the rules. And happy there. So it's going to be a penalty to Bradford. He's happy that the player is back behind the ball situation. by Wigan, forcing Matt Calland into touch on this near side. So it's a Wigan head and feed. And for the first time almost, the players getting a little chance to have a breather. That's Johnson tackled. Flipped out by Cassidy. Farrell hit. This is Martin Hall. This has been good defence by Bradford. Now what can Edwards produce? Flings it out to Johnson, who catches it on the burst. Horton gets it away. Edwards on down the line. Chance here, and in goes Ellison. Great try by Wigan. They just managed to find the spur man. The referee having a word with the touch judge, and in fact he's asked for that to be seen again. Oh, I didn't see Ellison's foot into touch. The touch judge wasn't sure, so the referee is asking for that to be replayed on the screen, and we'll see whether that was a try or no try. I didn't see anything wrong with it. I thought Danny Ellison got in without a problem, but we shall just have to wait and see as it's replayed, and the cheers go up again, and it is a good try. So Danny Ellison puts the points on the board for Wigan. A great start that, the ball flung along the line beautifully, and in the end it was Ellison who collected the pass and had the space to go over. So Bradford trying to fight the way back into it. Joe Tamani tackled. Change of direction, and rather losing his way a little bit, Steve McNamara. Nose claiming McNamara was pulled down. This is Fairbank. Tackled by O'Connor. Nose again flipping out the far side, but plenty of cover there for Wigan. A mistake by Redlinski in the sun, and it's over the line, and not the best possible start for Redlinski. The referee saying, in fact, that Redlinski didn't touch the ball. Oh, Redlinski's body language rather said otherwise, but nevertheless, the referee was a lot closer to it than I was. Tuigamala tackled. Good run by Farrell. Henry Paul flips it out to O'Connor. Martin Hall. There's Edwards inside. Kept the ball alive well. Greenwich shouting forward. There was no way it was. Play by Paul, but an equally good tackle by Fairbank. Robinson joining in. Edwards taken down by Robbie Paul, and it's the turnover on the final tackle. Here's Tamani. Dwyer. Great tackle by Tuigamala. Still an electric atmosphere inside Odsal Stadium. Brian Smith last week was talking about Odsal as though it was some kind of burden around Bradford. I don't see it that way. I think it's a superb stadium. Great history, of course, the Odsal Stadium. Tackled by Johnson. Good dink through, but well taken by the try scorer Ellison. tackled. Henry Paul comes face to face with Lowe's and his brother. Connolly trying to wriggle clear. And Connor. Bradford's defence has done well up to now. Johnson on the burst. Cassidy it was, in fact. Kick deep and just taken by Tamani. A little juggle with it. Here's Stuart Spruce, the former Witness man. Ball played quickly at all times. Clearly Brian Smith is taking the leaf out of the Wigan book, trying to play the ball as quickly as possible. A little bit disorganised there, Bradford, but they managed to keep the ball alive. Robbie Poole flips it out to Lachlan on the far side, but good Wigan defence. The best in the Super League, of course, and showing just why today. Tell you our commentary position is right up at the top of the Odsal Stadium here, and just out of the side of my eye there are elephants and flying fish and all sorts of other things going past on lorries that we use for the pre-match entertainment here. I haven't had too much to drink, don't worry. Now the ball flipped out wide on the far side. Lachlan takes it, does manage to get it away. This is Scales driving forward, held up by Robinson and Connolly. And that's the final tackle for the turnover. So good defence there by Wigan. As Horton drives in. Foul. Roll again, gets it short. This time it's Johnson on the burst. Edwards to O'Connor, looking around for some support, can't find it. So sensibly decides to hold on. Graham Bradley just giving him a little bit of a facial out of the side of the referee. Hall tackle, this is Hall again. Farrell decides to kick this time and finds touch over on that far side of the ground. So again, good defence. Both coaches will be happy with the way that's gone so far, although Graham West more so than his counterpart Brian Smith, because of course Bradford just caught a little bit short on this near side when Danny Ellison went over for the only try of the match so far. The scoreline then, Bradford 0, Wigan 4. In this game between third place Bradford and the leaders Wigan. Bradford trying to be just a little bit more expansive. Tamani, big hit there as well just before the ball was let loose. This is Dwyer, this is Spruce joining in, well tackled by Johnson. Flipped out wide, the little dink through and the chase, and there's Jason Robinson. His momentum carried him over the dead ball line, but it was good defence there by Robinson, just saying to his colleagues, I couldn't stop because I slipped in what is always quite a heavy area over there on the far side, where they put some turf down by the speedway track. So it's the kick from under the post then for Wigan, and they'll have to soak up 6 more tackles. Farrell will be looking for as much distance as possible. And it's a very good kick indeed by Farrell, straight into the arms though of Spruce. Makes 20 metres. Manages to keep the ball alive. This is Lachlan. Fairbank tackled. Close again. Again, great defence by Wigan. Tying Bradford up around the play the ball area. To get it away there, Bradford just being bubbled into touch. They were a little bit lucky, but they kept the ball alive. And still they keep it alive. Fairbank gets it away. Ball inside. Good challenge by O'Connor. Helped out by Cassidy. This is a good moment for Bradford. One when Wigan will have to be really tight. They're about 8 metres from the Wigan line. Less Bradford. Here's Paul, looks for the little dink through, but Tuigamala is aware of it. Shoulders off one challenge, goes through another. What a man to have on your side. There you go, Tuigamala. Good play though by Wigan. It was a tight situation. Horton. The referee spotting that. Horton tried to get up and play the ball, but wasn't allowed to. And so it's going to be a penalty for Wigan, and they'll be very happy about that little indiscretion. Bradford 0, Wigan 4. And the sun just gone behind some hazy cloud here at Bradford. You can just see the shadows rather thinly on the pitch. Good move this by Wigan, good ball handling, Connolly with it. Henry Paul. Robinson. Eventually tackled. So 18 metres from the Bradford line. There's Farrell, Edwards, Paul. Good play, Connolly. Can Connolly get to the line? A cover defence is good enough, but they almost got it away there. Cassidy was involved in that little attack. Here's Edwards with the up and under. It's too deep, there's too much on it. That was unlike Sean Edwards. And so the ball going dead. Just for a moment it looked as though they might have sucked that defence in, and in the end the kick from Edwards allowing the ball to go dead. Tamani drops the ball, and Chris Radlinski picks it up very thankfully indeed. Flipped wide now by Edwards. That'll give Wigan a boost. Lovely play by Andy Farrell. He's got support, Farrell. The ball's flicked out. Here's Paul. Paul goes for the line, and it's a try for Wigan. You can see how pleased he is, but credit to Andy Farrell. He took the pass, made the breakthrough. Paul held just behind him. And when the pass came in, Paul nipped past a couple of challengers. He was in under the post, and a great try for Wigan. So it's Bradford 0, Wigan 8, and the big contingent that's come across the Pennines absolutely delighted with that. And this should be a formality then for Farrell. Henry Paul getting a try there, and of course he scored against Bradford in the league game back at it was the middle of April really, April the 19th, back at Central Park. And here surely is the extra 2 points. Yes, knocked over by Andy Farrell. So it's Bradford 0, Wigan 8, and a great start here by Wigan.
Andy Farrell.
Some slow hand clapping from the crowd. I'm not sure what that was about, but it was a lovely work try by Wigan. Spruce tackled. Lowe's gets it away. Here's Tamani, and really they'll look back at that, and it was the ball that was spilt by Tamani when he should have taken it, which led to all the problems as far as Bradford were concerned. But great tackling like that by Henry Paul is the reason why Wigan are leading this game by 10 points to 0. Bradford have been tenacious in front of a big home crowd, but Wigan have matched them. Great credit to them for that. Great professionalism to Igamala. Paul Medley, one of the substitutes on for Bradford, tackled there. And eventually the kick coming deep down the field.
The substitution for the Bulls, number 12,
too deep.
replaces number 21, Carl Fairbank.
Carl Fairbank is the man who's gone off. Paul to Farrell. Cassidy tackled. Hall. This is the other man in the scrum cap, Andy Johnson. Loose forward. Peels for a forward pass, but again there's no where it was. It was O'Connor. And there's a familiar red cycling shorts who took it now. Here's the kick from Edwards. Deep. Tamani takes it. Great tackle. Excellent play by Ellison. Tamani just managed to get out of the end goal area, but Ellison was up very quickly. That's two. In fact, it's one tackle because the man ran with the ball, but there's three tackles come in so quickly, and Bradford haven't made 5 yards. There's Lachlan inside to Scales. Again, the cover defences there. Everybody doing their job, not getting sucked in ball watching. McNamara. Flipped inside by Paul. Spruce with the kick downfield. And that'll be easy for Chris Radlinski to take. Dwyer hits him. Medley helping with the tackling. Nelson takes a bit of a bang. This is O'Connor. Paul Farrell, that was high on Horton. No question about that. And one or two people getting a bit irate about it, and you can't blame some of the Wigan lads for that. Referee stopping the clock. Wilson Smith just calming things down there, and he's going to have a word here, and it's red. It's red, and so Bradford are reduced to 12 men for the rest of this game. And whilst Simon Horton won't appreciate it, Wigan certainly will from now onwards. The referee not having any shilly-shallying, deliberately high, and so off the field goes the Bradford man. And Jeremy Doniger is the man who is off, so he will play no further part in this game. We've had around 25 minutes play then, and that is probably the crucial moment in this game. Doniger going off for that high tackle on Simon Horton. Robbie Paul Connolly trying to drive through the ball, dropped in the tackle. Edwards saying it was punched out. The referee saying it wasn't, it was dropped. Paul puts the ball in. He knows that he and his side are facing a real uphill battle now. Great incentive for Wigan. Chance to open up a 3-point gap at the top. Paul Medley tackled. Tamani. Bradley. Well, I hardly think that Bradley wants to start pushing Vega Tuigamala in the face. And quite rightly, the referee is saying he's having none of it. Tuigamala didn't rise to the bait. And so it's a penalty for Wigan, bang on the halfway line. Well, from Bradford's point of view, the last thing that they need is another player in trouble. From Wigan's point of view, crucial that they keep their discipline, because they know that if they can keep going at the rate, the work rate that they've played at the moment, the same commitment that they've played at up to now, then surely their 13 against Bradford's 12 is good enough to win this game, and perhaps win it quite convincingly, and in so doing giving a message to St Helens and anybody else who might fancy themselves as potential champions. Tuigamala inside, the ball dropped by Ellison. Tuigamala tries to keep it in. Great play once again by Tuigamala. Ellison under pressure, just unable to hold on to the ball. So here's Spruce. Well tackled by Cassidy. Dwyer getting the treatment from the Wigan lads. Great tackle on Bradley by Cassidy. Rose flings it out. Lachlan. Robbie Paul. It out invitingly. Nobody wants to receive it. Now eventually somebody does, and a chance here for Bradford. Hesitation. I suppose you could have said that it needed a little bit of confidence and a drive towards the line, but the tackle coming in on Matt Calland, and that's the turnover. Matt Knowles is the substitute come on for Wigan. Robinson tackled. Edwards. Andy Johnson. Another of the players like Rudlinski playing the ball who've come through this excellent academy setup at Central Park. There's Spruce. Connolly, the almost picked that up. Good play by Connolly. Lachlan does get it away in the end. Horton doing the tackling. No after effects, it seems, from that high tackle which saw Doniger get a red card, and Bradford therefore reduced to 10 men. Ball inside to Paul. Good tackling once again though by Wigan. Shot backwards, it goes backwards, says the referee. Ball flipped wide. Scales. Connolly is there, so is Henry Paul. McNamara. Tamani flings it inside, dab through. It's all a little bit off the cuff, and Radlinski decides to make no mistakes, does the sensible thing. Well, they were a little bit lucky there, Bradford, because the ball was flung inside by Tamani, I think without looking, and it just so happens there was somebody there in support in the form of Bradley to follow up, and it forced Radlinski to kick the ball dead in goal. So coming up towards the half-time hooter. And Farrell once again to kick from between the posts. Tamani takes it. Held up by Horton. And Knowles. There's Lowe's. Work by Dwyer. Lowe's flings it wide. Still Wigan keep their composure, keep their discipline. Great tackling once again. Here's the last tackle coming up. There's a try. Is it for Bradford? Is the ball grounded? And the referee is going to have a look. He's calling for the screen. Well, initially I don't think the ball was grounded, but I think in the end it was over the line and down. So the referee checking. You can see it on the big screen in the background, everybody looking to see whether it was legitimate or not. Looks as though it is. Paul Medley taking a look, and try is given. So Bradford back in it then. The 12 men get back into it. Good pressure. And in the end, it was the drive of Medley which took the ball over the line. So Paul Medley gets the try for Bradford. But can they add on what would be for them a vital 2 points? Steve McNamara. "18 metres out. And it's a good kick, so McNamara adds 2 points, and it's Bradford 6, Wigan 10. With the half-time hooter about to sound any minute.
The ball's try converted by 26, Steve McNamara.
Great noise inside Odsal now. So important from Wigan's point of view that they just play out the 6 and let the clock tick away. Steve Barrow on for Wigan is tackled. Farrell flung to the ground. Paul to Edwards, to Johnson. Paul to Edwards again, drives the ball into touch. So it's Bradford's head and feed. Barrow, I'm not sure there just exactly what he was doing. He's obviously more used to playing in the second row. Had to be shunted up into the props position. Spruce play the ball. was tackled. McNamara. Dermot it was there. Well, confusion in the Bradford ranks. Not sure whether the pass was intended for Tamari or not. And so it went to ground, and Wigan will be very happy indeed to get the ball from this scrum.
And also Sierra G758 PGC. Will the owners please go and move them immediately?
Tuigamala. Great run from Tuigamala. What power the man has. Edwards to Redlinski to Johnson. Bradford 6, Wigan 10. Good play by Connolly. Looked forward. Referee thought it was as well. Edwards frustrated. Knowles thought he was in, but Russell Smith was right on the spot there. Well, we're supposed to be trying to straighten the ball into the scrum up a little bit at the start of the season. It's gone by the wayside quite a bit. This is John Scales. Callan plays the ball. Robbie Paul brought down by his brother Henry. Dropped, and that would be a knock-on. McNamara thought it went behind, but I think he's frustrated at the pass and his lack of being able to take it more than anything else. It's only marginal decision, having said that. The referee just stopping the clock. I'm not quite sure what for. Bradford cheerleaders on the far side that you just saw on the top of your screen, having a bit to cheer about during the match, but it's Wigan who should play out the centre six here through to half-time. They're playing injury time. Time added on by the referee at this stage, surely. Forward too. The referee not in as good a position to see that one. Here's Farrell. Here's Tuigamala. Out to Ellison. Edwards inside to Paul. Good skills. Here's Horton going for the line. Just held up. Well, it was an absolutely crucial tackle. It was the last one, but Horton looked as though he was in for glory there. Lachlan well tackled by Edwards. McNamara. There's Scales. Brian McDermott tackled. I'm not sure whether the heat is broken. But we've certainly been playing a lot of injury time. There's Bradford trying to make some of it here. Across comes Redlinski. Did well there. It looked as though for a moment there wasn't any cover, but Redlinski just in time to come across and cut out the danger. Here's Redlinski again to Barrow. Farrell tackled by McLaughlin. Jason Robinson. This doesn't come too far away from here. Good kick. There could be problems here for Bradford. And just across is Spruce. Just in time to take the ball away and into touch. But still the hooter hasn't gone. We reckon that there's been 7 minutes of injury time, and what that is for, I really don't know. There's got to be a problem with the hooter, surely. Or somebody's watch has gone haywire. There's the drive coming in, great effort from Barrow. And there goes the hooter. And at last the players can get in for some half-time respite. But an excellent half of rugby, good defence by and large. Wigan had to sustain some early pressure from Bradford. They did that well. Then came the breakthrough when Ellison scored with a try. Henry Paul made it 8-0. Conversion from Andy Farrell. Doniger sent off with a high tackle on Horton, and Bradford reduced to 12 men. Got a try when Paul Medley dived over. That was converted by Steve McNamara to make the half-time score here. Bradford 6, Wigan 10.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please welcome the compact sponsor, Bradford Bulls, onto the field.
So after a slightly elongated half-time as well, and eventually the Bradford Bulls appear on the pitch. The 12-man Bradford Bulls, of course, because they had Jeremy Doniger sent off in that first period for a high tackle on Simon Horton. At the half-time score, Bradford 6, Wigan 10, and Bradford getting that try and conversion when they were reduced to 12 men. If Bradford are to have any chance of winning the title, they must beat Wigan today, but Wigan, of course, have plenty of incentive themselves to open up a 3-point gap at the top of the table if they can get the 2 points from this game. And I've no doubt that Graham West at half-time will have been saying to his team, don't sit back and expect to win it. Let's go out right from the whistle at the start of the second half and really take the game to them. If we get a couple of tries, with them reduced to 12 men right at the start of the second half, it'll be a psychological blow that they won't be able to overcome. But make it easy for yourselves. Go for it right from the start of the second period. And here's somebody who will. Tuigamala. Tackled by Paul Medley, the try scorer for Bradford. Farrell brought down. Hall cuts inside. Good ball inside. No doubt Edwards, aware of the advantage, will be looking to use the full width of the pitch. Difficult kick, well taken by Spruce. Well tackled by Paul. Tamani, straight away, no chance to run with the ball. Scales. Robbie Paul. McNamara tackled. Robbie Paul again. Avoids Connolly, but can't avoid Robinson. Wigan will be very happy indeed to see that sort of thing happen. Pressure that they applied, good enough to win the ball for them. Edwards, little run around. Here's Radlinski. Ellison. Medley does the tackling, along with Bradley. Johnson tackled. And that was a little bit of a loose one. Robinson gets it, keeps it alive. Ball inside to Connolly. Connolly does well. Paul, good play this. Inside by Knowles, on by Barrow. Edwards. Hall manages to keep it going, and eventually it's picked up by Bradford. Well, it looked as though just for a moment, from a situation where Wigan had almost run out of ideas, they were to keep the ball alive in wonderful fashion and almost going to create something, but just at the end it went wrong for them, and Bradford have got possession back. Good tackle, but a good move that by Bradford. They kept the ball alive very well indeed. Still got the ball alive. This is Loughlin. Flicked wide onto this near side. And across the line for a try goes Bernard Dwyer. Well, it looked as though Dwyer had an opportunity a few seconds earlier, but then the ball was flipped inside. They did well to keep the ball alive, Bradford. And when the ball came back again to Dwyer, he just had enough power and strength to dive over the line in the corner. And so Bradford equal the scores. It's Bradford 10, Wigan 10. Just shows you the way that Bradford have begun to market this game, in that there were a couple of announcements at half-time for people who'd come from Leamington Spa to watch this game, and the winner of the half-time draw on the pitch, which incidentally was a holiday for two in Australia no less, was won by somebody who came from Newcastle upon Tyne. So as people come from far and wide to watch this game between Bradford and Wigan. Robinson now. Lovely bit of play by Robinson. Good change of direction. Still got it, Robinson. Wonderful. Wonderful by Robinson. Ellison. Edwards. Radlinski. Spruce does the tackling. Kick from Edwards. Charge down. But now the tackle count continues, and there's 6 to come. Connolly. Farrell, great opportunity then for Wigan. Edwards just slowing his kick down, just perhaps waiting for that opportunity. Here's Hall. Edwards changes the direction. Barrow charging forward. Hall burrows his way forward. Can't get it over the line. Held up by Nicol. Look at Edwards waiting. The ball is dropped. And what's the referee going to give here? I think he's going to give the first knock on, as or it's the turnover because of the final tackle. Well, Bradford just wait to draw their breath. Wigan are quickly onto it. Speed of thought as well as speed of action. Joe Tamani. And he's given offside there against Wigan. So Loughlin. Well, listen to the crowd here, getting right behind the home side Bradford Bulls. Sonny Nicol tackled. Paul. Loughlin. There's Nicol. Still going Nicol. Gets it away. Tamani flings it inside. Flung long, and did a Wigan hand get a touch on that ball? It must be a try for Bradford. It is a try for Bradford. Loughlin to Scales, and Scales scored. It looked as though Loughlin hesitated for one moment when the gap was there for him to go over, but he knew that Scales was outside, and he knew that Scales had the space to score, and Scales goes over. So would you believe it, Bradford, reduced to 12 men after Gallagher was sent off, have come back from being 10-0 down and now lead this game by 14 points to 10. What a fight back. McNamara then with the conversion attempt. Been with Brian Smith before, of course. There's certainly been a hit here at Bradford Bulls. Steve McNamara. It's another good kick. It's a beautiful kick from McNamara, and Bradford Bulls lead here by 16 points to 10, and Wigan have got plenty of time to do it, but they really must put their foot on the gas here. Beaten only once, of course, this season, but Bradford have got their noses in front now. Well, the fans certainly behind Bradford, and from the home point of view, of course, they will enjoy nothing better than having sold this game and got a really big crowd inside the Odsal Stadium. If Bradford were to win it, imagine the momentum that would help for them, and apart from the parochial point of view, it's certainly a good thing for rugby league overall. But we are looking at it from Wigan's point of view, and they need the ball, and they need to put pressure on the Bradford 12. The ball got away well there by Graham Bradley. Brian McDermott. This is Lowe's. Bradford give that one away, and a chance here for Connolly, who just couldn't turn and get a studding to proceed down the field. But the ball thrown away by Bradford, so now a chance for Wigan. This is Robinson, caught by the arm, but gets the ball away to Matt Knowles. Does well, Knowles. Still going. Here's Farrell. Redlinski. Ball flipped along the line. Edwards. Horton. Now Wigan putting on the kind of pressure that Graham West will appreciate. Ball flipped in the air by Cassidy, hugged on by Farrell. Redlinski, the referee, has blown his whistle as Henry Paul raced towards the line. And there's a bit of argy-bargy going on behind Russell Smith's back. So it's Bradford to put the ball in. I must admit I didn't quite see what the offence was there, but Mr. Smith did. Nickel tackled. Well, Bradford being put under pressure. Was there a pull there? The referee didn't spot anything, and here's Chris Redlinski, dives on the ball and scores a try. No, he doesn't. Or does he? Now the touch judge is going to have a word here, but there seemed to be a pull as a Bradford player chased the ball. The touch judge spotted it, referee Russell Smith didn't, and he's quite rightly given the penalty to Bradford. But Redlinski was almost in there, but Wigan now putting the pressure on, and it's causing mistakes in the Bradford Bulls side. They're giving the ball away under pressure. I think in the end he gave a forward pass, the referee, but whatever he gave, it denied Wigan a try. Matt Callan tackled. There's Nickel, barges away one challenge. There's the man who got the Bradford ball rolling, so to speak, Paul Medley. And it doesn't need me to interpret what the referee said. And I think he said that's the second time. And there's going to be a kick here. So McNamara electing to kick. Electing perhaps as well at the same time to take a little bit of steam out of the situation. That was a good little spell for Wigan, and a little bit of experience coming in as well, just trying to calm things down from the Bradford point of view. Don't forget they're a man short, and so he wants to give his side a little bit of a breather, and he wants to give his side 2 points as well if he possibly can. Just to keep you in touch with the half-time and pre-match entertainment, in case you had a bit of a noise whizzing past in the background, it was an armoured vehicle which has just sped past, which the Bradford Bull goes around the pitch in before the start of the game and at half-time as well. But now to events on the field. And McNamara with a crucial kick for Bradford Bulls and, of course, for Wigan. Here goes McNamara, he drags it, and so the scoreline remains Bradford Bulls 16, Wigan 10, and we've had 20 minutes of the second period. So we're halfway through the second half. Plenty of time for the scoreline to change. Here's Stuart Spruce though for the Bulls. And his problems with injuries, no problems there. This is Calland. Lowe's. Lachlan. Scales. Nicol, well tackled. Cassidy, the man in quickly to do the work there on Nicol. Medley looking for support. Tamani drops the ball again for Bradford, and they'll have that any time. Well, that's a second mistake like that Tamani has made, and so Wigan will keep an eye on that situation, that pressure situation, every time the ball is over there. Try and force the ball over to that far side perhaps for Tamani to hopefully make the error from their point of view. Now, what can Wigan do from the positive viewpoint? Radlinski gets the ball away to Connolly. Connolly is tackled, but he keeps the ball alive. Radlinski inside to Jason Robinson. Tackle coming in from Robbie Paul. Nicol coming over the top there on Mick Cassidy. Hall, Farrell, Edwards, Henry Paul got the ball away beautifully to Knowles. Knowles keeps it alive, and the referee upsetting Sean Edwards, that's for sure. Then calling perhaps a forward pass, the referee. A bit of argy-bargy going on. Carl Furbank involved with Horton as the ball goes into the scrum, and a mistake by Paul. Well, he's fuming, Robbie Paul. Snatched at it, it didn't come cleanly out of the scrum, and Robbie Paul knocks on. So the chance now for Wigan. There'll be plenty of chat going on inside that scrum, you can bet your bottom dollar. Now Wigan, with things just going their way a little bit. Henry Paul to Mick Cassidy. Nicol getting the tackle in. Edwards flinging it out wide. Connolly trying to go around the outside, dragged into touch. Good defence by John Scales, and good cover by Bradford Bulls. Well, this game at a crucial stage, you can feel it, can't you? Both sides not wanting to make mistakes. Just needs the players to accept the tackle sometimes, try not necessarily to keep the ball alive. Both teams anxious to do it though, to keep that ball alive in the crunch situations, to get it away, to keep the pressure on the opposition all the time. Wigan still trailing them by 16 points to 10. 24 minutes of the second period gone. Ball comes out of the hands of Nicol. Well, he was so busy fending off people attacking, he forgot about the ball. So now, Wigan. Well, there was a great tackle, that, a crucial one by Callan, because there was spare men over on that far side for Wigan. This is Andy Johnson. Henry Paul. Edwards from Connolly's pass. He's tackled. And the referee says that that was an unfair challenge. It was Carl Furbank who went in with the elbow, making a lunge. at the tackle. So the discipline which is so crucial, lost by Fairbank, and Farrell is going to try and add the 2 points here for Wigan, bang in front of the posts, 30 metres out, to reduce the margin to 4 points. So Farrell, straight through the ball and straight over the posts. So the scoreline: Bradford Bulls 16, Wigan 12, and that penalty from Andy Farrell, Wigan are well aware, would make a try and a conversion enough to win this game. 15 crucial minutes to go. A mistake and almost picked up by Cassidy, and the Bradford player, it's Stuart Spruce, is it? Yes, Stuart Spruce, getting an injury as he dived at the feet of Cassidy.
The attendance 17,360.
17,360, as you might have heard the public announcer say, 17,360 inside Odsal Stadium this evening. And that's well above the average gate here, which has been 9,175 for matches here at Odsal. And the match also on television live, so great credit to Bradford. It's an excellent gate. Stuart Spruce is up and fit, and the referee just getting them to play the ball again. Spruce just in the background, shaking his head there and holding his back. Wigan will have noted that. Here's Nickel. Tackled by Horton and tackled by Johnson too. Loughlin, Scales going through the gap, but that gap very quickly closed. Bradlinski helping out with the tackling. In fact, it wasn't Scales, it was Matt Callan popping up on the other side. Ball dinked forward, and Jason Robinson watches it go dead. There's Ellison. I think he's well and truly tackled. Connolly. Horton. Fairbank doing the tackling. Meg Cassidy. Less than 15 minutes to go. Bradford 16. Wigan 12. Good play by Henry Paul, so elusive in the tackle. Farrell. Edwards. A little rubber through, well covered by Spruce. Robinson was on him quickly, so was Tuigamala, but Spruce had to be brave there. He'd already taken a bang just before that, remember. There's Tamani. Well, it's a game for brave hearts out there. The going is getting very tough indeed. There's Nickel. Hall and Horton haul him down. Lowe's. Ball kept alive well. Dwyer didn't exactly play the ball properly, did he? Calland. Lowe's clips it forward. There was a Wigan hand on that. Dived on by Cassidy, swept around and picked up by Lowe's. So there's another 6 to go. McNamara. Wigan defending desperately. They must keep Bradford out surely at this stage of the proceedings. Ball flung wide. There's a man loose and he's over. It's a try for Bradford. Unbelievable. It's Scales who has gone over in the corner, I think. The referee thought about asking for a replay, but it wasn't needed. Lachlan injured, and it's John Scales who has gone over in the corner for the try for Bradford. Unbelievable. Well, it was a handling error down in the corner, and it was Bradford who came back up with the ball, and that was crucial. But the scoreline is Bradford 20, Wigan 12. So John Scales putting 8 points between Bradford and Wigan. We're playing the last 10 minutes. Cassidy. Vital that Wigan can try and get back into it quickly. Edwards flips the ball inside, sucked the men in. Good play by Wigan. Can they keep this alive? Sean Long on. Tackled by Dwyer. Robinson, Edwards, Tuigamala. Just palms people off. But in the end tackled. Robinson with the high kick downfield, something different to try and break up the Bradford defence. Ball bounced kindly for Scales. Just a little bit of luck perhaps in those situations which can help to win matches. Robbie Paul. Tamani. Good driving run by Bernard Dwyer. Lowe's again. This is McNamara. Graham Bradley tackled. The referee has blown his whistle. Ball wasn't played properly. And the ball hit by Connolly. It's Russell Smith at point-blank range, right in the face. And Russell Smith wisely just deciding that he's going to take some time out here just to get a little bit of treatment and make sure he's okay to continue. Nothing malicious in it. It was just that Wigan were very keen indeed to get on with the game. Not quite sure what the Bradford players are complaining about there. The referee has got to be compos mentis to play the game. I think what they're complaining about is that the ball was kicked short into touch, and because the referee asked for play to be restarted, Wigan have gained about 20 metres or perhaps more. This is Robinson. Henry Paul. Hall. Farrell. Ball dropped. And it was knocked on, says referee Russell Smith. Disconsolate faces in the Wigan ranks. It's not all up yet, but there are 5 minutes to go here at Odsal Stadium. 8 points separate the teams. Bradford's 100% home record is intact at the moment. This is Tamani. And whatever the outcome, you've got to give them massive credit for an effort for 3/4 of the game of 12 men against 13. Bradley tackled. Scales, you've got that vital last try. It could be a vital last try. His second try of the game for Bradford. This is Nickel. Still going Nickel. Flings it out wide. Well, under pressure, there really wasn't any need to, but the ball thrown into touch. That could be a crucial moment. Let's hope that Wigan can break free from this hard tackling Bradford defence, who've stuck to their guns solidly for most of this game. We've 80 minutes play. We're in the last 5 minutes. This is Connolly. Wigan need a try and a conversion, and this man could get a try. It's Robinson. He's got Farrell in support. Across comes the cover. Scales and Tamani, the two wingers, wrap up Farrell. The Bradford defence races back to try to get into position. Tuigamala, Edwards, Johnson on the far side. Well, there are very few people leaving this stadium. Here's Robinson. Throws the ball back. Was he on the ground and tackled? The ball is loose anyway. It's picked up by Bradford, and Bradford regain possession. I make it 2 minutes of normal time to go. Here's Glenn Tomlinson on as a substitute for Bradford. And the referee says that there was impedance at the play of the ball. And Lowe's just talking to his troops. Graham Bradley also talking. McNamara will kick the ball into touch. So a tap. Bradford wasting all the time they possibly can. The crowd are going crazy inside the Odsal Stadium. Carl Furbank. Calland. Joe Tamani. Is this going to be just the second defeat of the season for Wigan? And certainly there are some people round about the St Helens area, apart from the people at Bradford, who will take a lot from this game if it stays the same. Bradford very close to going over once again. Got to get the ball out of that tight situation. Wigan have got to get some kind of possession. Is this a Scales hat-trick? No, great defence by Connolly. Gets across and gets the ball into touch with the player as well. We're now playing the time that the referee has added on for injury and stoppages. James Lowe has been given the Man of the Match award by the Bradford sponsor. He certainly hasn't made too many mistakes. Notice as well the sun has gone in and right down. The floodlights are on here. Ball flipped out wide. This is Ellison over on the far side. Dwyer tackles. Spruce is over as well. Was there a foot in touch? It's a scrum down, and it's Bradford's head and feed. Bradford 20, Wigan 10. 12-man Bradford. Well, you have to give them credit. They've come back from 10 points to 0 down, and it looks as though they're going to win this game and throw the Super League title wide open again. Tomlinson tackled straight away by Sean Long. Lowe's. And Wigan need the ball badly. Bradford know it. They're just going to keep hold of it, try and run the clock away. Good play again by Lowe's. McNamara from the last tackle dinks the ball into touch and makes Wigan attack from deep. Everybody checking their watches. We're in injury time. Farrell, and Tuigamala makes an error which surely will put an end to Wigan's hopes of winning this game. And the look on Stuart Spruce's face says it all. Don't panic, keep the ball, and we've won this one. This is Tomlinson. Paul, Farrell and Cassidy doing the tackling on Calland. Lowe's puts the signal out, but the word will be keep the ball. And the hooter goes. It's all over. Wigan are beaten for the second time this season. St Helens did it right at the start. Bradford have done it now. 12-man Bradford have done it now. And Bradford maintain their unbeaten home record. Sean Edwards is smiling. Graham West will not be so happy. But take your hats off to Bradford, because this was a magnificent performance in front of 17,000 fans inside the Odsal Stadium. And Bradford Bulls have not only done their own chances of winning the Super League a power of good by this victory, they've also handed the initiative back to St Helens. A long way to go, but it's going to be an interesting first season in Super League. The final score from the Odsal Stadium: 2 tries for John Scales, Bernard Dwyer also getting a try, Paul Medley opening the way, and from Wigan's point of view, Danny Ellison and Henry Paul getting the tries for them. The final score is Bradford Bulls 20, Wigan 12.